Facebook and the Dirty Shorty Twitter.
Do I have to log in to be able to comment?
I don't know. This is one reason for doing this.
It's not even giving me an option to comment.
Is that your daughter, Ron?
It's not giving me the option. Oh, yeah, it is. Right there. Found it.
Okay, that's good. We know we got sound.
Oh, ew.
Man, I follow too many damn people.
Trying to find it on your other videos?
Yeah.
That's why I just typed the search now. I've never seen that screen up.
Yep.
I really need to go on their website and make it so they stop fucking emailing me every time I get a notification. Oh shit.
Crappy baby daddies and other things.
Hmm?
Crappy baby daddies and other
Can you
things.
tag Eric in the post?
I already
on
Facebook
Facebook?
posted, but I could yak him up.
Is that your daughter?
Just tag him in a comment because it said tag him.
I'm gonna sit here and I'm just gonna eat. I don't even care. I'm just gonna eat.
You're eating the last one too. I know, I didn't watch the last one.
I was eating one. I was eating chicken. Damn it all to hell.
What?
They couldn't get the live stream to come up on YouTube.
It'll
Might not be able to do live streaming on mobile.
no, because I watched it.
Oh, here we go.
I watched my own gaming stream.
On your
Just to
phone?
see, yeah, to see, I had the phone sitting right here when I first did the Metal Gear stream to see how it was working out.
Are you watching? I'm trying to figure out who's online.
Can you hear it? It should be about a 30-second delay.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yep.
Yeah, about 30 seconds. But it's not coming up as I'm watching.
It's not one person at home.
That might be a mobile issue thing between that and the current
Could be.
software.
Yes, I'm on it.
Can you type it?
No, I'm not on it anymore.
No, I was gonna say, could you type the comments so we know the
Hold
comments.
on. Let me get there.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, even if it can't stick, it's something that we can post throughout the week and see how it does with tags and all that shit.
she like going to school that much?
I don't know why he's trying to discipline her with going to school, because she's going to school.
Yeah, but don't tell her that. If she likes to go to school and she thinks she won't go, then she won't.
It's an idle threat. It's supposed to scare her, not you.
Mommy has say overall. She's going to school.
Well, of course she's going to school, but she don't know that. She's 4. Where were we?
Alright, so I commented. But it's not showing up.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yours
yay.
just now popped up.
Cool. So
Ew, I don't
it
like
takes a
it.
couple
I don't
seconds.
like it
Yeah.
saying my whole name.
It's just what you use YouTube as. So. Alright, good.
She needs to be sectioned.
Hit our record buttons.
Okay. Damn it.
God damn, I got this shit running. No wonder my battery's dying.
Ah, touched it.
It still says it up at the top.
Shut up.
Why doesn't Robert the cat head? Thanks, Corey.
It's coming. Just wait. Get out of the way, Kenny.
I'm guessing that's Corey.
Yeah.
What's going on, Corey? Alright, let's get this started.
So we'll do Deadpool first. It'll lead into this, and then we'll go into the other thing.
Alright, I'll let you get it started.
Okay, wait.
Oh, wait.
Go and hit record. Just don't start yet.
Inside, I'll let you bring it
Keep it up, Rob. I'll do it all day long.
You can. That's fine.
And he said you're welcome.
Comments are a little delayed. All right. Recording. Yeah. All right.
What do you have to psych yourself up?
I have to get myself in the mindset. This is work. Put yourself in the work mindset.
Yeah, alright.
He was responding to you, but a little bit delayed on the. Oh, that's right, because it's 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Yep.
There
it goes.
Of course. All right. Yeah, man, we got a new follower. All right.
I don't know how. Rob, I swear to God, I will murder you.
For what? For what?
Moving the frickin' cat head.
He did that like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, you slowing the uptake. All right. All right.
Distractions aside.
Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Dirty Shore Underground. Rob, here from the Other Anthem podcast, new episodes every Tuesday. Obviously, you'll get new episodes of this podcast every Thursday. Dirty Shore Underground, make sure you check it out on iTunes, Stitcher, and Dogcatcher, or your favorite RSS feed. Go to the website for more information. As always, I'm here with Kenny. Say hello, Kenny.
What's going on, everybody? Dirty Shore Underground. I don't even know what to say right now, to be honest with you. It's so we had one thing planned, and this is our backup plan.
So, hey, it happens. This is what kind of happens for us. But make sure you check out DirtyShoreUnderground.com so you can get all the newest information. So anyway, one thing we were just talking about, and obviously you want to show off for those. As always, we are live streaming. The live stream is now moved from Ustream to YouTube. You'll be able to find the new link on. Make sure you follow at Robert and Cheek on all your social networks. Rob Cheek on Facebook, just like you would do everywhere, so you can see the links. Make sure that you check out Dirty Shore UG
on Twitter and Facebook. The YouTube name is still user/K-Diddy08. I'm going to try to get that changed.
But for right now.
Yeah.
So that's where you're going to be able to find the live feed. So every week you can watch the podcast being recorded live, participate. Right now it looks like we have 2 people in the... 3 people?
Maybe.
2 people, 3 people in the room. So make sure you comment, bring your questions here. So, as people on the live stream can see, if you're on the podcast can't see, Kenny's wearing his Deadpool shirt today.
Stand up and show
Yeah, I did that already.
Well, Karina's also here. Say hi, Karina.
Hi.
And Jessica.
And
Hi.
Jessica's here. She's off camera because she's a little shy. But so starting out, you reminded me of the Deadpool Red Band trailer.
Yes.
Because I was thinking we were going to have to wait a whole nother year to get to Deadpool. But no.
It's only a few months away.
Only a few months.
Short months.
So we're looking at February. And this is an interesting thing I read today, is that the gap between Ant-Man and Civil War is the longest gap in the Marvel Universe.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not true. Because Deadpool's coming out in the middle.
Yep.
And it's almost like they're not counting it as a Marvel movie.
That's because Deadpool and X-Men are owned by Fox.
Right.
Marvel don't have the rights to it right now. Spider-Man appears in Civil War, but that's because they
Sony and
struck
they
a
came up
deal.
with a deal.
Yep, they came up with a deal. So he's going to be in there. You won't see Hulk in Civil War, which is kind of upsetting a little bit.
But Deadpool, it's weird because we refer to it as the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's the Marvel Company Universe.
And to be honest, if it was just in Marvel's hand with them being under Disney now...
Oh, it wouldn't be the movie.
Deadpool would probably be PG.
To be fair.
Yeah.
So it's probably better off, and I do want to get into that, but it's weird that this is how things have kind of shaken out. Fantastic Four, it sucks, but it's also not in the Marvel Universe.
That's also Fox.
And it's one of those things where you would say, that's one that maybe they should get it back to Marvel.
That one would probably be better.
Do you think? Did you see the '94 Fantastic Four movie?
94?
Oh yeah, there's a really great version that was done in 1994.
Was it a TV movie?
No, it looks like it, but it's a full-length feature movie.
Because I remember like a TV or show or
Maybe
I've seen it on TV.
You probably have seen it on TV. But it was never been wide released. You can find it on YouTube. It's hilarious. You should watch it. But but you did see the first version of the Fantastic Four back when we were in high school, probably. Maybe a little after. I can't remember what year.
94.
No. I'm talking about the next version. The next version.
Yeah, that was probably 2004 or 5.
Was it that late?
Like that. I believe so.
Oh, all right. But so you did see that version.
We have a resident tech over here,
Yeah.
so we'll find out in about 10 seconds.
What?
But that was the Jessica Biel. I can't remember who else was in the cast of that. Michael Chiklis from Commish and from The Shield, and the Captain America actually played Johnny Storm in that.
Yeah, he did.
So do you think they would be better off? Do you think they can save it if they put it into the Marvel Universe?
I think that's one of those movies that probably would... Spider-Man, I think, would be better off. They were talking about bringing Miles in, which is the Black Spider-Man, if nobody
Right.
knows who he is. They were talking about bringing him in Civil War.
Turns
And
out,
I guess with the Sony agreement, they decided to go with Peter Parker again, which everybody's heard Peter times. I'd rather see Miles in the
and
spotlight.
new origin story, new everything. Because we've seen in the last 10 years, we've seen Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and what's the other kid's
Simon
name?
Garfield,
The British
I
kid.
think.
Yeah, not Simon Garfield. Andrew Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen the origin story twice now.
Yep.
And if you haven't read the comics, Miles' story is actually a pretty interesting one.
It's a lot better.
And totally different than what you usually see in comic books. It was like early 90s, I want to say, mid 90s, where they wrote the comic.
That I can't really tell you because I didn't even know about Miles until Ultimate Spider-Man.
Right.
The
Okay.
TV show.
So,
And
but
I
that was
was,
like that was 2000s.
Yeah, because
so.
I was at a friend's house and I was like, oh, why is Spider-Man black?
New Spider-Man, whole different
Yeah.
story. Yeah.
And then I found out that
Peter Parker's in that universe, though.
Yeah. Well, Peter Parker ended up dying, and then the lead person of Shield.
Nick Fury.
Yep, Nick Fury. He brings in Miles, and they give him the devices to become Spider-Man.
Right. And in that universe, Peter gets bitten by the spider, but he actually has wristlets that shoot webs. He doesn't shoot
It's a
webs.
cartridge, just
yeah,
like in the original TV cartoon.
God, the cartoon. Yeah, that takes me back. Yeah. But so I think that's probably one that would be better in Marvel. Let them take it. Let them do whatever it is that they do. And it's so weird because if you watch Fantastic Four or Spider-Man, it doesn't look that much different than the other Marvel movies.
No.
But there's something that Marvel does that they just is the right thing.
Yeah.
But
they know those characters.
yeah, and maybe that's what
And
it is.
it comes down to, like I said, with Disney and them now, at this point it's come down to will Disney allow them to get away with?
Right. And, well, getting to that, though, I just want to say, I saw an interesting story today, too, that some woman had a picture go viral online because she was complaining to her son that this crazy old man was talking about $100 million deals at the lunch table, and she was like, we're going to get a secret picture of him. And it's fucking Stan Lee sitting next to him, and they were like, he probably is talking about $100 million. He's not crazy.
Yeah.
He's probably working out $100 million deal for something.
And we were talking about that Saturday night. We were like I was telling you, I was looking at the pop vinyl things, and anything signed by Stan Lee that's pop vinyl and it's a Marvel thing easily was going for $600 on
Yeah.
eBay. So
And how much do they cost new without
$10.
$10? So crazy value. So anyway, but the one thing I think we can both agree is that Deadpool does not belong in the Disney Marvel Cinematic
not at all.
Universe. It's for any people who don't know what Deadpool is. Brief story: Wade Wilson, Special Forces soldier. Kind of a sad intro, as they always are, but he ends up getting cancer, and it spreads all the way through his body, and they're giving him no time to live. And a scientist, basically, with this like rogue project, says
Weapon X project.
And if you've seen the was it?
I know we're gonna say X-Men
X-Men
Origins,
movie.
but
Yes.
that's not the Deadpool you're getting. You're
It's
getting
not.
the actual Deadpool.
But that's it. What they did is they took the Wade Wilson story and put it into the X-Men movie.
And
it didn't
fucked
make any
it up.
sense. Yeah. So the
I
Web-
expect they fucked it up, and now they're gonna rectify that with
Right.
what we should have had.
So the Wade Wilson story, he gets real sick, and then he says, "You can experiment on me, but you got to do right by my family." And then turns him into. They say that the process. That's a line. Everybody should go watch the Red Band trailer. We'll make sure we put the link in.
Yes.
It's not safe for work. There are other trailers that are safe for work. This one is not. But and he says that the process will take all the humor away. And he's like, "We'll see." But that's the whole thing about Deadpool is he. Is in the genre of anti-heroes, like Punisher.
I wouldn't even know. I don't even know if you could call him an anti-hero or not. I mean, he's more or less a hero for hire, to be honest with you.
Well, it's like
Because he's a
Punisher.
mercenary for hire.
Yeah. Well, and Punisher is the same way. He's a bad guy who does good things. Deadpool is a bad guy, arguably a bad guy, who does good things. And he only really does good things because someone's paying him to do it.
Yep.
And I think the end of the story is that Nick Fury ends up getting him to work for it in the comic books.
Yeah, because he was on an episode of Ultimate Spider-Man. That
Yeah.
I seen on the Netflix episodes they had of season
Right.
1, and that had me laughing. It
But-
was just funny, even though it was a cartoon and they couldn't go where it could have went.
So, for those who also don't know, the red band trailer means that at the beginning of the trailer, it has a red band across the screen. It's for rated R movies only, so that's why they call it the red band, because it's not safe for work. But so, what are you thinking about Deadpool altogether?
I think it's going to be a movie that was highly justified compared to what they gave us for Deadpool years ago.
Right. With the opposite. The sealing off of his mouth, which is everything that is
He
the
was.
opposite of Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand that at all.
I never could. And then Ryan Reynolds was a big motivator of this whole movie even getting made. And I know a lot of people have a lot against him because of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And as you see in the Red Band trailer, he said, please don't make the suit green or animated.
Yeah.
Because it was both.
Right.
And Ryan Reynolds said in an interview that he never got to feel like he was a superhero because he was never actually in a suit. He was wearing a blue suit.
Right, doing it all on a green screen.
Yep. So he never felt like he could get in character the way he needed to.
And then he was, if I remember, he was Deadpool in,
Yep, he was.
but it was not him at all. Nothing of the character was there. Nothing of Ryan Reynolds was there.
It was in the beginning when they were in the helicopter.
Right, right.
But once they sewed the mouth shut,
Then
it was all over.
Right.
There was nothing left.
And for those of you who've seen that, the X-Men, is it Origins? Is that the movie comes out of?
It was like
Where, he's got a little bit of Logan's, Wolverine's heel factor.
He's got the 2 swords that come out that were adamantium, and
Yes.
wasn't Deadpool at all.
Right, and he heals fast, but he also has like super. Unlike Logan, he has like super fast reaction.
He had all
times
the
and
X-Men's
everything.
abilities.
Right,
Basically.
but Deadpool doesn't have all the X-Men's abilities.
No.
He's got the healing factor, and he's got the super fast reflexes, but he lost all of the other stuff that whatever they were trying to do with X-Men Origins to put him.
Yeah.
But he also. Breaks the fourth wall and talks to the camera, which he does in the comic as well.
Oh,
yeah. He also just generally takes a beating, but not the way that Logan takes a beating. Logan takes a beating kind of like an old man. Like he's like, oh God, I can't do this shit anymore. And Deadpool, as you'll see in the Red Band,
he laughs at it.
gets shot in the arm. He's like, what the fuck, man?
Or if you ever watch the Superpower Beatdowns, they had the Deadpool versus Batman, which was funny. Then they did Batman and the one chick, or it was Joker and Harley Quinn versus Deadpool and I can't remember the chick's name.
Yeah.
And that was funny. But an interesting tidbit. How's your DC knowledge?
Not as good as Marvel, but I did.
Deathstroke.
No. Yeah, see, I read Batman.
They created Deadpool to make fun of Deathstroke.
And it turned out that it was very popular after. Yeah.
If you've ever watched Arrow, the TV series,
A little bit, yeah.
a little bit. Before season 1 was over, you would have been hearing of Deathstroke.
Okay, I did watch
the,
season 1.
The older guy on the island with him.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Deathstroke. He
Okay.
became Deathstroke.
All right, so yeah, that's weird. Like little universe playing into each other. But one thing I will say about it is Ryan Reynolds, for Christ's sake, hit the genetic jackpot. Because, in the Deadpool suit, you don't really see anything. He looks like he's burnt to a crisp, because he is, from the experiment. But he's still in fantastic shape. And I wish I could get into that kind of shape. And you have a goal to get into that kind of shape.
Yes, I do.
So for those of us who are watching live, I'm going to hold up. Actually, let me come a little closer so people can see what this is. This is Kenny's next adventure. Oh, it's backwards, but that's all right. DDP
I can
Yoga.
fix that.
That's all right.
Hold on, give me a second. I'll fix it.
So we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Actually, no, I think you talked about it on the
There you go.
Anthem podcast.
There you go. Start again.
All right. So I think you talked about it on the The Anthem podcast. Yep. There it is right there, everybody. Yeah. So you talked about it on the Anthem podcast episode from a couple weeks ago.
It's going to take me a while to get to that back page.
Now put it back.
Why? It's better for it to be this way.
So you talked about it on the other end of the podcast. I'll make sure we link to that where you were talking about it. But what is this adventure, this nonsense that you're starting?
Well, I wouldn't call it nonsense because I've seen a lot of good results from it. I'm sure you've seen some of the stuff I posted from people that's done the program, especially today because I posted one from Twitter that they posted. DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, is an ex-wrestler. He got out of wrestling. He was having back issues and neck issues.
From wrestling?
Yeah. Which happens. Nothing was really helping. And he ended up developing his own form of yoga. And come to find out, it worked. And then several other wrestlers afterwards tried it, and it really helped him. From Scott Hall to Jake the Snake.
Okay, wait. So Scott Hall was the Razor's Edge, right?
Yep, Razor Ramon.
Yeah. DDP is Diamond Dallas Page,
which is the creator.
right? Jake the Snake
from the '80s.
Yeah.
Apparently, Steve Austin.
Okay. Everybody knows Steve Austin. I guess that's not his real name, but
there's a few others. I can't really remember the names off the top of my head, but there's quite a few wrestlers that have gotten into it.
And what you see is those are all guys who, like, Steve Austin had the knee brace all the time, and Razor
Ramon.
Ramon.
He was having neck issues. That's why Steve Austin quit.
Razor Ramon quit because of the neck issues, and Jake the Snake I think had back problems. It wasn't neck, it was back. But all of these guys are beat up from doing this. And but let me ask you: do you believe that wrestling is real?
The story isn't.
Okay. The athletes are, though.
Hitting that mat.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's foam this thick. You're still gonna feel it.
Right.
We have a metal chair sitting right there, which is the same style chair that they hit each other with in the ring. You can't fake the sound.
It's all about how you hit them with it. It's learning how to hit people.
And if you hit them wrong, you're seriously gonna injure them.
Right.
Like I was watching live Raw one night. I was watching Raw live one night, and it was like one of the rare times I actually watched Raw because I hardly ever watch Raw.
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels was wrestling somebody, and the other guy jumped off the top ropes, and he went to do his super kick move.
Right.
Now, as you know, it's not supposed to actually connect.
No,
on this night it did.
Feet hit.
It's supposed to miss by about this much.
Yeah.
On this night, it jawed the guy, and he was out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you see people come down, you can see the actual look of concern.
Like, oh shit, something happened.
That dude was just not getting up for a while, and he probably lost a couple teeth. Mick Foley's another great example. Matches he's had with Undertaker, he went through the steel cage, got hit in the face with a chair, lost
cut
teeth.
open. Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
But yeah, so these guys, and I agree. I mean, it's a soap opera that has a physical aspect.
Yeah.
But just like, I'm also a guy who says that car racing is a sport because the drivers have to be in great physical shape. Wrestling's the same way. You got to be in good physical
drive
shape.
in a circle for 3 hours.
And in a 145-degree car, like the whole thing is just ridiculous.
Because there's no air conditioning.
Yeah. But no, so the wrestlers are real. They take real abuse. It really messes them up. And so he developed this thing, this yoga.
What? She won't stop. All right.
So
yeah.
But he developed this program.
Yes.
That does yoga. But are you trying to get flexible?
I just want to get into better shape. I mean, I've seen, like on Twitter today, right? Right as you were showing up. Right as you were showing up today, he had posted a thing about a girl that was right on the verge of having diabetes. And she was a size 22, and then she decided to try DDP yoga, even though she was skeptical. Damn it. Because of all because of all the different programs that are out there, and it never really helped her.
Right.
And she was, what I say, down to a size 6 or size 8?
Down from a 22 to a size 6, yeah.
That's a big difference in 7 months.
Absolutely right.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Knock it off. I threw that shit in there like a Pokeball. I do have issues talking. I ain't gonna lie. Okay.
So you've decided that you're gonna
I'm gonna
go
try
this.
it, and I'm gonna take pictures pictures. I'm not gonna post pictures every week. I will post my pictures. It's a 13-week program for each set, from beginners to intermediate to expert.
Well, I sit here and drink my milkshake.
Beginner DVD. Let me get close to yeah. See,
That's multiple 13-week programs.
that's the beginner 13 weeks. That's the intermediate 13 weeks.
Ugh.
And then the expert 13 weeks.
So you'll keep updating. You'll take your own pictures and update people.
I'll take pictures and I'll update people, and we'll talk about it here and there each week. And at the end of each 13 weeks, I'll do a before and after picture, and I'll put it online, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, so everybody can look forward to that over the next couple of weeks. Yeah.
Tony is planning to come do it a couple times to try it out.
All right. Cool. And I was gonna say I did P90X for a while,
Yes.
P90X2 for a while. So I mean, I get the programs. I don't have the schedule that allows for the hour or 2 hour long. But you're telling me this is actually 30 minutes a day.
30 minutes or less from what I looked at.
Okay.
We were waiting for them to get back. So.
Yeah. So maybe it's manageable. We'll see how it goes for you, and hopefully you have some more flexibility, get in a little shape, and maybe inspire some other people to do it. Because here's the thing: it is. If it works, it works. I think that's what Tony's policy has always been. If it works for you. So whatever you got to do it.
Like he said when he was on the show, he don't run.
Right.
Get on the treadmill, put a movie on. After 45 minutes to an hour, you're good. Just
Right.
walk.
Alright, so maybe this is the thing. Yeah.
Maybe. We'll find out.
Play along anyway. You alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see if she'll do it with me.
I like my milkshakes too much.
You can still work out. You don't. I mean, if there's a diet program, you don't have to follow it. The number one thing that is a no-no on all levels. Let's go through this. DDP yoga don't list. There's foods not to eat on any levels.
I'm already losing.
Number
so
one.
Everybody knows.
Alcohol. So we already know he's not following that. Fried foods you could probably avoid.
I don't
Soda.
eat- I don't eat fried foods that often, so.
Soda. Regular or diet soda.
Diet soda except for the last couple days.
All right, so maybe change the water. See how that works.
What's he gonna mix his alcohol?
He's not supposed to drink alcohol. That's the number
Green
one
tea.
thing.
Yeah, that's gonna kill him.
All right, white flour, bread, pasta, and crackers. Do you eat a lot of bread?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
So, not for you?
No.
See, that's why you should try Atkins. Just cut out all the bread altogether. You'll love it. You'll feel like 1,000 times
That's
better.
true.
Your first week, you will be miserable. But after that, you will
I'm
feel
miserable
like a
just
million
hearing
bucks.
about it.
Yeah, but once you get past it, the problem is, here's the thing, and it's, for people who don't understand, you're addicted. You're addicted to the
To
flour.
food.
No, you're addicted to the flour.
No, I'm addicted to food.
You can eat, on Atkins, you can eat as much as you want. Like, you could sit here, there were times when I sat with a bowl of sour cream and pork rinds and ate 2 or 3 bags of pork rinds. I would eat a pound of bacon in a sitting. I would eat a whole chicken for a meal. Because you can eat as much as you want, as long as you don't eat carbohydrates. And after a week,
Are you sure you're losing weight?
yes.
Okay.
I'm down to, from where I started at 270 in April, I'm down to 236. So, and that's not even
You're
exercise.
currently on Atkins.
No, I've been on Atkins for like the last 8 years. It's just about how strict I am about it. What? It's about how strict I am about it. And I, like...
She's laughing because, as we both know, she's seen you on the Facebook, so.
Oh, yeah, no, that not...
Oh, I feel like
those
we got-
pictures from the other Facebook are before Atkins. The 375-pound
Let's
Rob...
see if we can find this, Rob.
375 Rob was before Atkins. That's why I went on
see
Atkins.
that.
It's
Robert.
not pretty. But so what I found is though
That
that
glad she's not. Never mind, I'll shut up.
you get addicted. You get addicted to the carbohydrates. Because carbohydrates become sugar in your blood. Even if you eat bread, it becomes sugar. So it gets you high, and just like every other drug, you get
Is
addicted
Fat Boy
to it.
picture? Oh,
Wait, which
I
one?
can't
Let's
even
see.
it.
Oh, that's not even the worst.
Where's
Now I can
the-
show you some. I can show you some other ones that are worse.
You don't even
Christmas.
really look that fat in that one.
Christmas to Thanksgiving pictures are the ones where I shut my head. Yeah, that's high school graduation. That's not as bad. That's probably a little thinner than where I am now, but I also was shorter by about 4 inches.
What about this
so.
one?
Nope, that's freshman year of high school. But so when you break your addiction to sugar, that'll be the number one thing. So if you were to stop eating it for a week, you would feel 1,000 times better, and you wouldn't even miss it. Especially if you don't have stuff in your house for you to eat. Anyway,
Like now?
going through the list. Artificial sweeteners. No? Yes? Do you put any?
That's a diet soda.
Yeah, do you drink coffee?
No.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Trans fats, hydrogenated oils, which if you're not eating fried foods, it's not a problem. Sugar. And white rice, which I don't think you eat that much white rice anyway. So the only one I'm really looking at you for...
No rice and gravy?
I can't imagine, like, you saying that almost made me throw up in my mouth.
Why?
Like, picturing rice and gravy
It's
in my
actually
mind.
It's actually
delicious.
really, really good.
I have no desire to eat carbohydrates. I have no, like, I think about rice. For a while, I was doing meal planning, and for the first 2 weeks, I mean, it's rice all the time. Brown rice. For the first 2 weeks, I was like, ugh, every bite. Because I hate carbohydrates. I haven't had them in so
So
long.
kind of like that, I'm gonna struggle, so I'm gonna eat oodles and noodles for 3 months type deal?
That's just being broke. I've been there too. I've been on that diet too. I've been on the oodles and noodles diet. But, so good luck. I think that if
It ain't
you...
gonna last long.
I don't know. It's all
No,
about how
honey, let me
addicted
tell you
it.
something. Every time he talks about, oh, I'm going on this diet, oh, I'm doing this, oh, I'm not eating this much. Next couple weeks later, like tonight, 3 McDoubles for McDonald's.
And what did
Or
I
a
tell you
whole
right before
pizza
they
to
got home?
himself.
This is your splurge meal before you start.
Okay, and we're going back to the whole pizza myself, but Tombstone pizza isn't much, to be honest with you.
And this is more about the exercise, because here's the other thing. I think Tony would tell you, you can eat whatever you want. You shouldn't, but you can if you're exercising along with
Yes, as long as you're active, you'll still lose the weight. When I was
calories
doing
in, calories out.
when I was doing the EA Sports Active, I was
Yeah.
still eating whatever I wanted.
Right, but because
But I
you're
also dropped 70 pounds.
getting calories, it's all a factor of how many
Because
calories in, how many
I
calories
spent
out.
an hour a night
I'm
sweating
too
my
much of a
ass
fat
off,
kid.
busting my ass off to try to lose some weight.
If you're happy, don't worry about it. If you're not, you gotta do something to change, and that's what he's doing. DDP Yoga. I'm excited about your updates. We'll see how that goes.
So let me ask you this: if I go through the first 13 weeks and you see a change, would you try it?
I will try it after that. Yeah.
Alright.
If you could, how about this? I'll make you a bet. If you stick to it, and somebody doesn't tell on you, and you do all 13
Tell me
weeks
for what?
Oh, I'll
for
be
not
telling.
doing it, for not doing it,
I will do it
telling.
every night starting tomorrow night.
all
I will
13
tell.
weeks straight.
Or it's what, Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
It is Tuesday. Starting Wednesday night, 13
How about
weeks.
this? I'll do it with him just because I know it's not gonna last long.
You don't want to make that bet.
If you do that, I'm gonna hold you to it.
You know, because if you
So what
keep
happens
doing it,
if
my
she-
encouragement to keep going.
That's true.
What happens if she doesn't keep it up?
What?
If you're willing to do it with him, that might encourage him to keep going, though.
Yeah.
Because you're doing it
I will
together.
make you this bet. I know that she quits before he does. Guaranteed she quits before he does. Guaranteed. There's no doubt in my mind
As
that
long as I can eat whatever I want, I don't care.
if you went 12 weeks and 6 days, he would go the extra day just to make sure he went 1 day longer than
He
you.
would also come out penis and ballless.
Why is that?
Because I killed him.
Oh, well, because you don't have the fortitude to follow it all the way through, to do it every day and get it done?
And that's not even just 13 weeks. I'm talking all 3 sets. So
3 sets of 13 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means that is almost a year of a commitment.
Okay.
Will you do that?
Okay.
Yes or no? Is that a yes or a no?
I guess.
Okay, so you don't have to follow the diet. There is a diet
I'm
plan
definitely
in
not
there.
following the diet.
Right, there's a diet plan in there, but
I am gonna take some of the diet stuff in
not the alcohol.
Yeah,
Just-
not the alcohol.
Right,
I'm more entertaining on alcohol, so.
but so other than that though, and
So
here's the
you
thing.
say
Here's what I'll tell you. I think it'll be
Go
another.
to sleep when you want some.
It'll be
hasn't. Excuse
it'll
me.
be another fun thing to see if you don't follow the diet. How much of an impact does it have on it? Is it a key thing to do it?
How about
Although-
I not follow the diet? He follows the diet.
That's what he said.
Too late.
He's gonna do it. Yeah, that's what
You
he's
already
gonna do.
said you were gonna do it with me because you think I ain't gonna hold to it.
Well, no, she's gonna do the workouts. She's gonna eat whatever she wants. You already know men.
But
are
no
gonna-
offense, that doesn't really work that well because it's been scientifically proven that men lose weight faster than women do.
I'm not asking about a number on a scale. I'm saying, how do you feel, and
After
how does the
13
program go in
Oh.
13 weeks?
How do you feel
And
after
it's
13
not
weeks?
about how much you lose either. The girl that went from a size 22 to a size 6, it was like 8 months.
And,
So-
and you muscle up, and maybe your weight doesn't change.
A
that
size
much.
holiday what to what? What?
20.
Size
6.
22 to a size 6. Doing this.
So for me,
To a size 6
to a size niche.
in 8 months. All you gotta do,
A size niche.
all you gotta do,
Not even a size 6 is a size niche.
all you gotta do is follow the diet plan in here. But if you don't want to do that, I mean, that's totally
She could
fine
probably
too.
still get there. That just means doing the entire workout set in
Yeah.
one day, each day. Which, like I said, there's gonna be days where I'm trying to go
Follow
through
the
all
thing.
the
Yeah.
exercises in one day.
You gonna kill me.
Well, so you see what happens, work it out, see how you feel. Here's what I will tell you. After the first week of doing P90X, I felt so much better that it inspired me to do more. And then I did my first pull-up ever in my life. All the gym classes, all the paying to go to the gym I've done my whole life. P90X gave me my first pull-up. And after that, I was like, forget it. I could do a pull-up. I looked better than I'd ever looked in my whole life. I got way more pussy than I ever got in my whole life.
There's the man born comment.
Yes, it's up there for a reason. All right, so, but aside from that, I am going to be interested to see in a couple of weeks how everything shakes out. So we'll see how things go. I'm going to keep encouraging you to do it. I'm not like Negative Nancy over here. I'm going to want you to do it. So, yeah, I see it. But anyway, so one thing that we were talking about earlier, kind of the inspiration, the main topic for tonight, I have a lot of experience with, and I do that because I deal with the cases, so I see the guys. But without saying any names, let's not say any names. What inspired your topic for the live stream tonight?
Some issues that went on today. There's just too many punk ass baby daddies out there.
Oh God, we're on this comment. This
Yes.
topic again. She has to get in the camera now, though.
Oh,
Oh.
Lord.
She doesn't have to if she doesn't want to.
She
I
has
don't
to now.
force anybody to do it.
I don't want
Let me
to.
scoot forward.
So you can sit over there if you want. We can pull the chair over
What
here.
about you?
Oh, she's gonna come over here?
Yep.
Alright, you edit this part out.
If I can. That's one beautiful thing. I hope that I can download this and edit
Edit
it
out the whole thing.
chop out the parts that we don't need and then put it back up.
Alright, so what inspired the topic of the day, if you will?
Possible miscarriage by
A friend.
baby daddy being dropping the woman off. Did he just drop her off at the emergency door?
Wait a minute, you're making it sound like she's having a miscarriage because he
I
dropped
said-
her
Wait,
off.
no, so
No,
why
I
don't
said
you tell the
possible
story?
miscarriage.
Why don't
Want me
you
to
tell,
tell a story?
Alright,
no
let her
names,
tell it.
but tell the story.
Okay, it started out that my friend was having issues, and when you're a woman, you know that heavy bleeding is something that does not happen during a pregnancy. Well, come to find out, they take her to the hospital. He drops her off, the father of her child. Drops her off and leaves her. Comes home to get high. So, not only did he leave her at the hospital, but he left her to get high.
So, dropped her off at the emergency room. Now, and here's a question I had. Did he say, I'm going to go park the car? Did he say,
No.
I'll be right
They got
back?
into an argument because he said he didn't feel like sitting in the hospital with her.
Okay.
And left. Well, all day long we've been fussing and fighting with him to get him to go back up there to
Yeah,
play
what
with her.
time was that?
All day. This has been an all day event.
So that happened this morning. She got dropped off this morning. Okay.
All day event. He didn't want to go. Didn't want to do nothing. Finally, when Kenny got home, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get her. And I walked outside to tell him, and he was like, no, I can go get her now. He's like, I ain't got nothing to do now. I was like, no, you can keep doing what you gotta do, and I'll go get her. He's like, I don't have anything to do now. Oh, okay, so now that it's convenient for you, you're gonna go get her.
Right, of course.
Not just that, the main thing that really pissed me off was the fact that she could have been having a miscarriage.
By
Or
herself.
she could have died from having a miscarriage.
Right.
And he wasn't there.
Right.
And that's...
So, I mean, that leads into the shitty baby daddies.
Yes.
So, I've seen a lot of that stuff. I wish I could tell you that's the first time I've heard that story. I've heard that story before. Guys who were not at the birth, guys who were not in the state at the birth, guys who just didn't care. But I mean, I think I don't know if anybody else has any horror stories. Anybody here have any stories about shitty baby daddies?
My son's father wasn't there for his birth at the hospital. Didn't come see him. Nothing.
So was he around for like the pregnancy? Did he help you out with the pregnancy?
When I was pregnant, I had to move back home, and he wasn't there like the 5 months to the birth. He wasn't there.
And it
at
didn't
all.
show up for the birth. Didn't come to the hospital at all afterward.
Mm-mm.
So this is like confusing for me because obviously I don't have any kids. Thank God. Nobody wants that that scourge to be placed on the air. But I can't imagine.
Wait, you've already told us you probably got multiple children.
I probably have a bunch, but I'm not responsible for them. So that's the whole. They got two mamas or two daddies, or a mama and a daddy that love them, and I don't need to be involved. But I don't understand the whole like. Where does that come from? I mean, was he mad at you? Is that why?
No. I mean, there is a lot of situation going on. Like, my parents didn't like him, but that's still not a reason to come when your child is born.
Right.
I mean, we were even engaged, and even after we were engaged and I had a son, he left pretty much for somebody different.
I don't see it. I don't understand that. Yeah, go ahead. I hear you. Go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
No, it seemed like you had a story going on.
She's thinking of one.
Me? My stories? I have two different ones.
Well, whatever. Feel free.
Okay, my first daughter's father. We dated for a while, broke up because found out he cheated on me, blah, 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 blah. We ended up having this one night at a party. It was supposed to be one night, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Found out that later on I had gotten pregnant. Told him about it. He tried calling me a whore, blah, blah, blah. Then came back later on and tried to get back with me just because he wanted to get in my pants again. And I was like, I really don't need you like that. I was like, we're not going to be together, but if you want to be in your daughter's life, that's fine. And he wanted nothing to do with it, so he ended up finding another girl that he is now married to now.
Yeah.
Has 2 other kids with. One is only like 3 months younger than my oldest daughter. And now he has the second daughter. They got a Facebook. They blocked me so that I couldn't even contact them if I wanted to. And my thing is she won't let him come see my daughter.
The new
yes.
Wife. Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you have to be like that?
Well, I hear that story a lot too. It's the new partner. They have their family. They don't want any interference in their family.
Okay, but it's not my child's fault. He decided to get another female pregnant and have a family with them.
I will tell you, I had, not my case, but while I was sitting in court, there was a guy who had 4 girls pregnant at the same time.
Oh my God.
And he sat there for 4 separate custody and child support cases with 4 different women. I don't know. But I was just like listening, and I'm like, they must have got together on him and like all went to go change child support at the same time.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh no. He had 4 women pregnant at the same time. They gave birth around the same time. He's got 4 kids that are going to be all around the same age growing up together with 4 different women. I don't know what goes through somebody's head, like why that is. Why? Like, what is the motivation behind that? And I mean, maybe it's like you find out that you maybe find out at the same time, I guess. Like, that would suck. I can't even imagine. But what I'll say is I do hear the story a lot about the new husband or wife and the new kids and them not wanting to be around at all. Not that that's right, but you hear that a lot.
Well, that's like my second daughter, too. He got me pregnant, was happy about it, went to one appointment, sonogram appointment, to find out what we were having. After that, did not come to no more. We texted him and told him we were in the hospital, didn't come to that one. She was born. He denied it for, I think, how old was she when we finally went to court?
Almost a year, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
February,
yeah.
almost a year. And when we finally went to court and got the DNA test and everything done, said it was his, and he was like, oh, well, you told me it wasn't mine. No offense, I was hormonal.
Right.
You were pissing me off. I'm going to say what I'm going to say to piss you off because I'm pissed off.
Right.
I mean, if I'm sitting there telling you that it's your child, like 98.99999% of the time, don't you think it?
No.
Really?
I would fight paternity for 18 years. I would fight. I would be fighting all day, every day.
Well, just then on top of that, come to find out, fought me on custody and child support. When,
Yeah.
no offense from the beginning, he could have just signed over his rights to Kenny to begin with.
Well, and he didn't want to pay child support. That was the thing.
That's the reason why now.
Yeah.
Now he's signing over rights because he doesn't want to pay child support, and on top of that, she's a special needs child. He doesn't want to get certified, he doesn't want to get trained, and he doesn't want to have to take care of her. Plus, the other girl finally just had a baby.
And now he's got a new family,
Yep.
so that's not so important anymore.
Yep.
So
he forgot about his child that has too many issues because he's got a new family that's not as complicated.
how often have the baby's father seen him?
Oh my God! Since he found out she was his,
Yeah.
4 times.
For a few minutes each time.
For anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. And I think the only time it was an hour one time because she was eating and he couldn't take pictures with her.
Right. But he wanted every visit's got to be taking pictures, put on Facebook.
Every visit he took pictures.
So what about your
Which,
oldest?
no offense, if he does sign over rights, I'm going to tell him he better take every picture of my child off his shit.
What about your oldest?
My oldest, he doesn't even contact. Doesn't talk.
Does she know who he is?
No, he could pass her on the street and he would not even know that that's his daughter.
I was gonna say.
Because me and my friend, we were talking about it the other day. We were like, they have men in their lives now that they call daddy.
I was gonna say, for the people who listen every week, you might have heard a little voice yelling out "Daddy"
Yes.
before. That wasn't because he was here.
Yeah. No, that's because my oldest now calls Kenny daddy.
Yeah.
So
It's weird. Two women in the house do that. That's weird.
I don't call him daddy. That is disgusting. That is disgusting.
I'm trying to get her to call
Daddy-
Poppy. It's not
Daddy
working
is
yet. I'm
reserved for
working
my
on it.
daddy, okay?
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm working on Poppy.
back to the story. You're not getting that either because it's the Spanish version.
I love it
But
when you call me
back-
Papa.
That's Papa. No. Back to the story.
Papa
Right.
Smurf.
Would you shut the...
Okay, go back. Go ahead.
Anyway, that's like we were having a conversation the other day and we said... Because both of the girls, our oldest, were standing outside. We were like, hey, baby, who's your daddy? And Kendall would say Kenny's name.
Right.
And her daughter would say her boyfriend's name.
Yeah.
And then we were like, well, who's so-and-so? Their biological fathers. And they're like, I don't know.
Right.
Who's that?
Right.
So they don't even know who they are. And in the 4 years that my oldest
Yeah.
has been alive, her father has been around once, and that was in court for the child support thing.
Right.
Didn't look
Not
at
around
her.
her.
Didn't look at her. Didn't hold her. Nothing.
Right. And she was a baby then.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So how about you? How often has Daddy been around?
Well, a few times, but he hasn't been around for over a year because I did have a protective order against him. But
Probably
even the
good
time before that, if Harry
Whoa.
Whatever. Whoever.
Yeah.
wanted to see him, this time I would have to get on a bus before and go all the way to go see him. And the times he has come to see his son, it wasn't to actually see his son, it was to be doing things with mommy.
That's
Okay.
Using our son to do that.
This is
Uh-huh.
usually after 2 hours of them bitching because of me screwing somebody over on Uno.
Oh, we just play Uno. Yeah.
So, all
But
right.
no,
so-
the one time that he came down that really pissed me off, mind you, this is her son's father.
Right.
They were arguing over something. I can't remember what it was about. He had her son sitting on his lap, picked her son up, and threw him at her.
And throw mommy.
Like he was a bag of potatoes.
Yeah.
I think it was something that we were
Something stupid.
Like very something stupid.
So, how do you feel about these guys who are stepping up then?
I only like him like 2% of the time.
Uh-huh.
I think it's got to be more than 2%.
No.
So, you hear people say that.
I commend him for stepping up and being a father to my children where their real fathers couldn't even do it.
Right. Didn't want to do
It takes a man
be
to
a
take
mom.
care of somebody else's children.
You wouldn't want me to be a Hello Kitty.
A what?
A Hello Kitty.
Okay.
That's his current name.
Oh, is that what we're calling him?
Yeah. Hello
Okay.
Kitty.
Well, yeah. So, shoot, I lost my train of
I
thought.
screwed him up. It don't happen very often that Rob loses
But
his
so,
train of
yeah.
thought.
So,
That's the neighbors.
so what about it then? There is a saying that says that it's that biology is nothing. It's about who is there every day and all that stuff.
But being, hold on, wait. Being a dad is being there for your child every day. Being a father is just being the person that,
Sperm donor.
yeah.
Right.
Which, I hate to say it, that's all my daughters have. They have
That's-
a paycheck and a sperm donor.
That's how I refer to them, other than in court. Some of the people on the other side, I say, you're sperm donor, just because that's all it is. Especially if I have husband or boyfriend or fiance or
Well,
whatever.
before Kenny came along, my mom and I used to joke, not in front of Kendall because, well...
Don't talk bad about your parent.
Yeah, you don't talk about the other child's parent bad about them, but whenever she wasn't around, me and my mom used to joke, she doesn't have a dad. She has a paycheck.
Right.
So...
And even that
and
wasn't
it
coming
sucks
very
that that's how life is nowadays. Because back in the day, my father found out my mother was pregnant. He manned up. He married my mother, started a family, and that's how it was back then. If you got a girl pregnant, you manned up. You took care of your responsibilities. Now, with guys nowadays, it's, oh, if I get her pregnant, okay, whatever, she'll take care of it. Let me go get this one pregnant.
Alright, so let me ask you then. Devil's advocate, don't put me on a cross. Number one, would you have wanted to marry baby daddy number one?
No.
So, I mean, but like you talk about it like it's the good old days, but in the end, you wouldn't want that.
Not necessarily. I didn't, like, it's
No, because
not
you
the-
said man up. He manned up and married my mom.
Yes,
Right.
he manned up. But there's other ways of manning up. You can man up and take care of your child and not
Okay.
have to be with the child's mother.
Okay.
So, I mean, I wouldn't even want child support from him if he showed up and was like, here's diapers, here's clothes.
Right.
Can I take her for a couple hours? Can I spend time with my daughter?
Right.
Neither one of them do it.
We're well past the diaper stage though.
No,
Well,
we're
yeah.
not. We still have diapers for...
But that's another baby daddy.
But I'm saying in general.
I know.
If he showed up and
If they
brought
showed up and
things.
showed the initiative that they wanted to take care of their child,
Right.
or they gave us stuff that they needed instead of the money.
Alright, so, you two having been in this situation before, if someone was in a different situation, let's say they found out they were pregnant and baby daddy rolled out, what the inevitable question is, would you tell them to follow your example or to go another route?
What do you mean?
Like, if you find out you're pregnant before 22 weeks, you don't have to be pregnant anymore.
I don't believe in abortions, so.
So, I mean,
Let me
but...
tell you something. I had no choice. Both times I found out I was pregnant, my parents were like, okay, you laid down, you made the mistake, now you got... Well, not mistake.
Well, no. You made the decision.
You laid
Here's
down,
the
you made the
consequences.
decision to have sex, so now you deal with the consequences, you raise your children, you do right.
So, but here's the question, though. Are they here helping you every day?
No.
So why do the parents get to tell you what decisions to make?
Because no offense, when I was pregnant with my first child, I was young and dumb.
Well, that's probably true. I mean, you're old and dumb now, but...
Fuck you, Rob!
But, no, I mean, but so would you say, personal feelings aside, would you recommend, I mean, or would you, if somebody you knew, some 22-year-old girl came to you and said, just found out that I'm pregnant, I'm 5 weeks in, and...
I've actually had this issue with one of my friends. She found out she was pregnant, and she was telling me, she said, I feel like a bad person, but I really don't know if I want the child or not.
Right.
I told her, I said, I can tell you now. I said, coming from me, my point of view, because I can't tell.
Right.
I said, a child is something that'll change your life. It'll make you change for the better.
Right.
But you'd have to realize that yourselves. And some people, they have children, they're not meant to be mothers, and that's completely different, which
Right.
is the ones that probably should have got abortions.
Right.
But I told her, I said, look, honey, I said, I can't tell you what choices to make. I will support you either way. I said, me, myself, personally, I don't believe in abortions. And adoption, that's another road you could take. It doesn't necessarily have to be keep it or kill it.
Right.
And I was like, ultimately, it's up to you. It's something you have to sit down and actually think about. I can't tell you which road to take.
Well, so let me ask you this. You hooked. You told the story, so I don't feel bad about saying it. But like, you said it was just supposed to be a one and done thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were you on birth control?
No.
Oh, so would you recommend that to people? I mean,
Yeah, if you're not already pregnant, yes, I recommend you get on birth control.
well, it's a little late after you're
I'm on
already
birth
pregnant.
control now, but
Oh,
it's a little late.
You don't want to have Kenny's baby?
It's like, I'm joking.
Silence speaks
I
volumes.
love
I
you.
can't have babies anyway.
He's
so
already
it's
got
okay.
2, so it's okay. Yeah, he's already got 2.
I do want a little boy some point in time. I don't know. I don't even know when. But I
So what
want
she's
one.
saying is she wants a miniature Kenny running around to piss off the future DJ.
I don't know about that. I think that she just wants
I just want a
little
boy.
boy.
Both your daughters are like you, so I'm pretty sure the boy would turn out just like me.
Oh no, I would treat him. I would teach him right. Trust and believe.
There ain't a goddamn thing wrong with me.
You
Anyway.
put up with them, so I mean.
So I don't know why sometimes I
I'm
really
raising 2 children that did not come from my ball sack.
Must
Because
you
I
say
love
ball
you
sack?
and your kids.
Because I love you. It's the worst sentence I have ever heard. Oh, God.
I only want to know the anthem.
Well, see, here's what I will say. Every day that I wake up at whatever time I want to wake up, and every night I go to bed at whatever time I want to go to bed, and I can spread eagle across the bed all by myself, I thank the good Lord that I don't have any kids. But
Yes, but on another note, waking up and cuddling with your children, just laying there holding them and them rubbing, like gently caressing your face. It's okay, mommy. Like if you're sad and you're crying and your kids comfort you. No, like let me tell you something. Your kids are somebody that will love you unconditionally until they grow up, but they will love you unconditionally no matter what.
right.
So,
I wouldn't say till they grow up.
So if
do you like your father?
Nope.
Well, there you go.
so if
I didn't like my father when I was 10.
if I'm feeling lonely and I feel like I just want somebody to love me, I should have a baby. Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm
I
saying.
think
You're
you do good when
taking-
you're lonely anyway.
No, because you're saying that it's something that loves you unconditionally
It
and
is,
will
and
always love you.
The children.
That sounds like the recipe for my loneliness. I feel like I should have a baby.
Once
just to
you
fill my
know,
baby.
what
Maybe
I'm
a
saying
cat.
is, once you have a child, they feel something inside of you that you
Okay.
didn't even know was missing,
Yeah.
and you care more about them than you do about yourself.
Yeah.
A real parent cares more about their child than themselves.
Fair enough.
So,
Sometimes when I'm sad, Ray can just flick at me or say something and just make my day like a
oh, there
lot
have been
better.
times. There have been times where I've been crying my eyes out, and Kendall will walk into the room and just sit down on the bed and look at me and be like, "Mommy, you okay? I promise you okay." And I can't help but laugh at her.
Yeah.
It's just,
Ray says,
I don't know. It's hard to describe. You would never be able to understand it unless you had it.
Will never happen.
Do you even believe in
Yeah.
that stuff?
Nah.
What happens?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
You know what I want to know? Whatever happens if Rob does get a girl pregnant, and that child will have him wrapped around his little
No, I'll
finger,
tell you-
his or her little
I want
finger.
front row tickets.
I will tell you what will happen. Like
I
I
want to
said,
see it.
we'll have a couple accidents where she fell down the stairs. That's
That's
what's gonna
fucked
happen.
up. Ultimately, it's her body. She decides you can't make her do nothing.
and also with the
And because now it's not been on the podcast, she'll stay away from stairs.
Probably, but no, I would. I see. I'm too much of a
Asshole?
political. I'm an asshole. So I would totally do the like. Well, it's your body, your choice. You can choose to keep it. I'm gonna go file something so I don't have to pay ever. And then not because I wouldn't want to pay. This bullshit aside, but because I think it's a big issue. So you get to make the decision, right?
Yes.
So let's say that we're not going to use you. Let's say that somebody just like you. Let's call her Amanda. I don't know why, but let's call her Amanda, right? And she believes the same way you do.
Okay.
And I have sex with Amanda, and Amanda gets pregnant. You're saying is she gets all the choice.
No. I'm saying you guys can talk about it,
No, but in the end, it's her choice.
but ultimately it's her body.
Right. So why should I be stuck with that decision that she made?
Well,
because you spread her legs and got her
All right.
pregnant.
What if she lied to me about being on birth control?
you still could have wrapped it.
What if I wrapped it and she lied to me about being on birth control? Because sometimes that shit happens.
And it breaks.
Not breaks. Some people have. What'd you call it?
Don't they have
what'd you
contraceptives
call
for
it
men
earlier?
now?
I mean, as soon as the male birth control is out, I will be on that. But what did you say I had
The day
earlier?
after pill.
Atomic. Was it atomic?
Atomic sperm.
Atomic sperm. I have atomic sperm, and it's that good. It busts right through the condom and through the birth control. And so,
That's
but
disgusting.
in the end, let's say I've done everything I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Because she lied to me, and because of whatever other factors involved, she gets pregnant.
Put the hole in the
Right. So she.
Only crazy bitches poke holes in fucking
I
condoms.
love crazy bitches. I don't know.
Well, then then the whole point is fucking moot because you're the one fucking with the crazy bitches.
Well,
The
nonetheless.
crazy bitches are the ones that are going to try to catch you by getting pregnant. They're going to poke holes in the condoms.
I've
They're
been
going to
dealing
tell
with
you
that my
on their
whole
birth
life.
control and they're not.
Every year that I've been in school, the value of my DNA goes up. So I know that I can tell you some
Your
of the fucked
DNA
up
ain't that
stories.
valuable. I can tell you that right here, right now.
I think the people at the sperm bank would disagree with you, but anyway, not important. My point is this: so she gets to make the final decision, and I get stuck with that decision, right? Just like if she had the opposite perspective of you, what if I was messing around with a girl who didn't want kids at all, but I really wanted kids?
Mm-hmm.
So she gets pregnant, and she's like, not up to you. I don't get to part of that decision.
Depends if you're married or not.
No, not married, and even if you are married, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. If you're married, the husband, it's a mutual agreement.
Not in Maryland.
You're not in Maryland?
No. 11
Wow.
states, all of them are in the South, that if you're married, the husband has to sign off on it. It was found to be unconstitutional, too. That's not important.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you is that it's the woman's decision at the end. So Roe versus Wade was all about a guy who tried to stop this woman that he got impregnated from having an abortion. Because he didn't believe in it, he wanted to have the child.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you telling me that I should be stuck with that decision? Or, can I file something that says, that's fine, you keep the baby, I'm going to file my papers with court, I don't want any custody, I don't want any visitation, I don't want any child support, nothing. You want the baby, that's your baby. I get to cut ties right now.
Isn't that pretty much like signing off anyway?
No, because in Maryland you can't make a child an orphan. So you can't just sign the rights over. You have to have somebody to sign them over to.
So then if that's the case, wait till the child's born and then sign the paperwork.
You can't sign the child over to nobody.
So
You have to have a replacement.
Gotcha.
So
That's what I'm saying. Once the
I
child...
gotta wait for her to find some dude
Yes.
who wants to. Why? Again, we're saying that she gets to make the
Because
decision.
you fucked the crazy bitch! That's why!
But again, roles are reversed and I want the baby,
Okay.
she still gets to make the decision.
Then, ultimately, like, you would have to convince her.
So, but again, she
Yes, it's
gets
her
to make the
decision.
decision.
When is
Right.
there ever convincing a
Because
female?
let me tell you something. Guys do not carry the babies for 9 months.
Right.
If you have an abortion, guys do not have to have the tools or the duckbill clips or any of that shit scrambling shit inside of you, pulling
I've
it
been-
out, ripping, tearing, none of that.
I've been there for the whole fucking thing. You ain't telling me something I haven't known before. I've been in the room. I've been at a birth. I've raised babies from 0 to 12.
Okay, and
I've
that
done
is
the whole
why,
thing.
that is why the guy does not get the decision.
Okay, so, but why can't I have the decision to walk away the same way that you could have the decision to walk away?
I don't walk away.
But let's say
I'm not saying you.
Amanda, who is not you,
Okay,
has the decision to keep the baby or not keep the baby.
okay.
Why can't I have the decision to keep the baby or not keep the baby too? I can't force her to do anything, but I can say, if you want the child, I'm out of it. It's on you from here on out. Because that would make me a shitty dad, right? That would make me the shitty dad because I don't want to support a child that I never wanted to begin with.
Life happens.
So, but what I will tell you is that for all of those crazy bitches who try to get pregnant, if we had the ability to do that, don't you think that would cut down on the number of crazy bitches getting pregnant? Because she knows that no matter what happens, as soon as I find out she's pregnant and I don't want it, I'll go file my papers, I'm out of it, and then she can't trap me. And how many unwanted children would that stop
That would
if I
probably
had the
stop
ability
quite
to
a
do
bit.
that? Exactly right. So here's the thing. Abortion sucks. I'm a supporter because I'm a supporter for women's rights. If we had 0 abortions in the country, I would be ecstatic. But I also believe in a woman's right to choose.
I do too.
So, but my point is this. I want to find out a way to get down to 0. Now, step 1 of getting down to 0 is that outside of every American high school, there's going to be a helicopter on the first day of school. And as the girls come out, they're going to hit them with the Deadpool shots on a Trent gun. Tap, 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 tap.
Wow.
And then right before they leave for Thanksgiving vacation, tap, 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 tap. Hit them again. Every 3 months.
That is cruel and unusual punishment.
Hit them with the Depo. Nobody gets pregnant. We're all good. So keep them from getting pregnant in high school, and then that's step 1. Step 2 would be you do this. You keep women from getting pregnant to try and keep a guy around. And now we don't have all of these babies that are, not. We don't get the shitty dads because I will say that 9 times out of 10 shitty dads are guys who don't want to be fathers. Actually, probably not true. 5 out of 10 times it's probably guys who did want to be fathers. The rest of the times it's guys who just don't want to support their kids because they're assholes. But nonetheless, wouldn't that stop all of that problem?
Yes, but it wouldn't have stopped my issue.
No, and it wouldn't have stopped you, and that means that you're a whole separate issue. You're crazy, but you're not crazy in that way. That's what I'm saying. You're not trying to trap him with a baby.
Oh, no!
Right. So, but for all of those people who do, wouldn't that stop that problem?
Yeah.
So, if we're trying to solve a problem, that's a good way to solve it.
I guess.
You heard it here first.
Lawyered.
That's my great... Lawyered. That just happened.
I'm sorry.
The lawyer is about to go missing.
There is a very many cases where I can quote How I Met Your Mother.
So here's my grand scheme, just so you know, you heard it here first on this podcast. Tranquilize 15-year-old girls outside of a high school.
Why not just, instead of tranquilizing them, why not just make it mandatory? Every girl has to go get birth control.
Can't make it
I don't
mandatory.
forget to take it.
Why can't you?
How can we make it mandatory? How am I going to force you to take a pill every day?
They've got the Implanon, they've got the shot, they've got the Mirena. Get rid of the pill.
This
Make
is from the
it
girl who
mandatory.
just minutes ago said, "It's my body, I make a decision."
Okay then, but you're the one saying, if it's their body making, why the fuck are you gonna shoot them with tranquilizers?
Because the smart ones will be able to run and not get hit with the train gun, and then they'll be the ones who are...
What about us fat people?
Hide.
That's what the
Hide.
Where the fuck am I supposed to hide from a helicopter?
It's the same rules of the zombie apocalypse. You either run or you hide. That's it. Speaking of the zombie apocalypse, make sure you tune in next week. We'll be back with another
I thought it was too.
Fear the Walking
No,
Dead.
it's next week.
Back with
And then
another Fear the Walking Dead.
October 13th.
Walking Dead is back.
That's back October 12th, October 13th. I plan to do at least a review for the first episode.
Sounds good. So, make sure you tune in for that. Make sure you tune in next week for a Fear the Walking Dead review, as we're going to do for the first 6 episodes of the series.
So as a quick recap, we did Deadpool. We did fitness.
DDP.
DDP yoga.
And then we got into Deadbeat dads.
Right.
Or, well, Deadbeat parents, as it turned out.
And Karina got lawyered.
Yes.
My favorite part of the night. But so, make sure you check out Dirty Shore UG on Twitter and Facebook. Find Kenny there and on YouTube /user/KDD08. Give him some encouragement for the DDP yoga. I'm going to be pushing him to do it. My bet is still on that Karina gives up before he does.
Fuck you.
Know that that's going to happen. So, make sure you...
Let me go find my tranquilizer gun.
You ain't got one.
Make sure you
How do you
give
know?
him some encouragement because we want him to get that done and keep working on it.
Yes. Tell them where you can be found.
You can find me at Robert N. Cheek on all your social networks. Make sure you check out the OD Anthem podcast. New episodes every Tuesday on iTunes, Stitcher, and Dogcatcher. Check out odanthem.com. Find my website, robertncheek.com. You can find my books and all the other ancillary political nonsense. Much like what we talked about tonight. Only more about shooting cops and less about...
Where's your books at?
You can find my books on Amazon. Search Robert N. Cheek on Amazon. Or go to robertncheek.com and you can find the links there.
Once again, it's Dirty Shore Underground and the Anthem bringing you these podcasts and the live stream now home on YouTube.
Make sure you look for the live stream now on YouTube. Hopefully that'll make the user interface a little bit better.
It should. I mean, it's still in beta testing for both. I can't say that because I signed an agreement, but with YouTube, it's still beta testing, but it seems to be working very well.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next Monday, unless things change. Signing off.
Have a great week, everybody.
Kenny's dome piece.
Blah.